So that storm we were watching out has actually produced a tornado. If you are in this area, this is an immediate alert that you need to find your shelter. The problem that Ellicott City runs into is it's unfortunately placed where 3 streams connect. We took a selfie. Not selfie, a shelfie. That is a shelf cloud, not a wall cloud. That is an important distinction.
Our very own David Dickson is here with a special report on the differences on the types of wintry weather. David, I have no idea what you got planned.
I brought dessert. I have cookies for you.
So Michelle Hurst posted something on Facebook, picture from that event. A lot of rainfall, as we know, happened.
I said that there was a chance.
Yes.
I said the best
and
time to head out was in the morning, where it was dry, when that rain came. Sunday did seem to be all right for it. Rain at times, but honestly, I saw a couple tents out there. It seemed fine enough to head inside. Today, it's going to be like we saw on Sunday. A bit cloudy at times, not so much in the rain department, but definitely a gray start to our work week, but it's Monday. We kind of expect it to be a bit gray out there. And we are seeing mainly cloudy skies all throughout western Maryland, all the way from Oakland and Garrett County, even here in Hagerstown, we're mostly cloudy, and all of us hanging around the 60s. With some sprinkles as you're heading out the door this morning. Those sprinkles is going to cool down our atmosphere by several degrees. I'm not expecting too much of a warm up by the afternoon, but where are these sprinkles coming from? Well, we have that stationary boundary that brought us that rain, unfortunately, right during August-Toberfest on Saturday as it dropped down as a cold front. Now it's just kind of hanging around down to our south, allowing for waves of low pressure to bring in some rain for central Virginia. And a few of those rain showers are able to make their way into northern Virginia, and that's why we're having to deal with just a bit of rain as you're heading out the door. I'll just call it some sprinkles, and sprinkles are certainly possible even as we head into the afternoon, but most of you just going to stay cloudy with highs right around 80 degrees, staying in the 70s all throughout the morning. Now that's it for today. It's honestly not too interesting, not too active. That same can't be said for tomorrow, as that same boundary to our south is going to lift northward by the early afternoon and set the stage for storms, some of which will likely be severe by the afternoon and evening. Why exactly is this? So let's put it all together. That warm front dips to the north of us, allowing for that south wind to bring in that humidity. And then quickly thereafter, a cold front's going to move through our area. So let's kind of go through our severe checklist, as we do have everything needed for stronger storms. Let's go back to that. The only thing that we have kind of on our side to suppress that storm chance is it's going to be nearly overcast throughout most of the day. We don't have that sun to warm up the surface. In fact, I am expecting another day in the low 80s, but our dew points, that moisture in the air, certainly going to make up for it and certainly going to be consumed by these storms as a trigger. Front comes through our area. We have that ammunition, we need something to fire it, and that's going to be that cold front. And an added thing that we have, the most important one that we look for how strong those storms are going to be, is that spin or shear. Since we have a warm front to our north, we see that south wind at the surface, but higher up in the atmosphere, while we have that east wind, or coming in easterly, really coming in from the west, and that allows for us to see some stronger storms develop. So we will want to watch this by tomorrow afternoon, as all modes of severe weather are certainly possible, including tornado risk, but the greatest risk is going to be wind. So definitely download that WDVM weather app, because I fully expect some alerts to come through by tomorrow afternoon and evening, and it's a great way to stay on top of that. Well, it's felt like summer for a long time, but today marks the official first day of summer with the summer solstice. And you might know of that word, but you might not know everything that falls in behind it. So let's talk about the easiest one to know, that it's the longest day of the year. You probably knew about that, with nearly 15 hours of daylight today. Let's compare that to the unofficial end of summer, Labor Day, 13 hours nearly. So we're going to lose a lot of time over the next, well, several months, especially after Labor Day. Why exactly is this? Well, it's all due to the summer solstice. Summer solstice is the one day where the Earth's tilt towards the sun is the greatest in the northern hemisphere. That's allowing for the sun's rays to give us peak heating in the northern hemisphere. From pretty much here on out until the fall equinox, things are starting to tilt back northward, allowing for that peak heating to center itself on the equator. And then, as we head past the equinox and towards the winter solstice, that tilt is away. Peak heating for the southern hemisphere. That's why they feel summer. But David, peak heating today and the tilt at the most, why is today not the warmest day of the year? Well, in fact, the warmest day of the year is very, very rarely the summer solstice. In fact, our average high temperatures are at the highest in July. So why is there a bit of a lag? Well, that's exactly it. It's called seasonal lag. It happens all because of water. Water covers 3/4 of the earth and therefore directly impacts our weather. And if you've ever boiled water, you know it takes a while to heat up compared to air. So as such, it's going to take a long time for all that water covering the earth, especially in the oceans, to heat up. So that's why there's always a lag between the hottest and coldest days, which start long after the summer and winter start of the season.